What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is officially the start of the new year, and my oh my has it made up for the lack of snow last year. We are beyond excited to get out there and just beyond excited for everything that's going to be coming this year. This season is going to be big, bigger shop, bigger fleet, and most importantly, bigger team. We've got myself, as always. We've got Dustin behind the camera here. He's going to be staying with me at the Escape Resorts, and he's going to be splitting up that filming duty with me. And then of course, Ben with SRP, he's been huge support for me so far, making sure my sleds are absolutely dialed. And he's going to bring a really cool technical aspect to the channel. Then also the fleet has grown in behind us. So let's have a quick look at what we're dealing with this year. Now keep in mind, these sleds are not in their final form yet. They're going to get a little bit of a facelift, but we'll see the bare bones to start with. We've got the old Steed, true, tried and tested, my 22 850. We've got Dustin's brand new 2024 free ride. And now this machine is special. It was not a part of the plan early on this off season. The plan was just to ride my 850 and my boost from last year. The team from Mountain Toys from Cochrane, Alberta, absolutely stepped up the game and offered us an unbelievable opportunity. And they are letting us ride this brand new 9R for the season. Seriously, a dream come true to be able to have an opportunity like this. Along with that, we're going to be doing an incredible giveaway partnering up with Mountain Toys. So stay tuned. We're going to have details with that in the next video. But for now, just an enormous thank you to Mountain Toys in Cochrane, Alberta. Make sure to check them out. Just incredible people to deal with, and so thankful for an opportunity like this. We've got a 9R in the fleet, which perfectly pairs up to Ben's new Arctic Cat 858. So the theme today is going to be to see how these two compare. We've got Paul, who's riding with us this weekend, his Alpha. And so just a really cool comparison seeing these two together. The Catalyst is literally a shrunken version of the Alpha. It just visually looks so much more nimble. So it's going to be cool to see the contrast of these two out on the mountain today. Ben's famous Coors Light Shredder, the one that has went viral multiple times, a huge hit at Heydays this off season. And next to it is my 2024 Boost. These two are going to be a really fun comparison. Ben has got this tuned up on Avgas, and I've stepped up the tune on my Boost, going with the 20 horsepower tune this season. Ben's is a 165, I've got a 155, so it's not apples to apples, but a fun comparison nonetheless. So guys, like I said, we're really stepping it up this season. And if you want to show your support, you can do it for free by just hitting that subscribe button, following us on all of our socials. We'll have it listed down below. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you guys really want to show your support, you can book your stay here at the Escape Resort. Also, keep the shop in mind. If you're ever in need of a nice warm space and some tools, you can come rent some shop space, which I think is a really cool opportunity, and I hope you guys take advantage of that. And then of course, with Ben at SRP, hit him up. He can get your sled dialed and get more out of it for a very, very reasonable price. So enough talking. We've got all these sleds behind us. It's time to get them loaded up and see what the snow is all about.
the wheelie?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's actually such a perfect crisscross. Dustin had just like turned out and was coming down. Then you just like come in the background. It's just like, hello. Yeah, buddy. That thing ain't doing too bad.
That's good.
Oh, it's good to be back.
My turn.
There's a tree there.
Hey, gonna play a little catch me if you can with the turbo. See if you can keep up. Interesting tactic. Darn turbo. See if you can keep up.
Try to. Well, that's an interesting technique.
Interesting tactic.
Fuck me. Oh, that's a cliff. That was fucking greasy. That's a cliff right there.
Yeah.
Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Okay. Oh.
Gotta break her in properly.
Okay, for the sake of comparison, Ben and I are swapping.
Heck yeah, let's go.
Taking the 9R for a spool, let's see it. Looks back. Ruh-roh.
Okay, let's give the cat proper little tree line. See what we can do. Oh. There's a very untimely bog. Man, did it have momentum? I was going no problem. Darn it. Didn't know if I was going to be able to get that. The Polaris is so good at pushing out like that because of the matrix slash. So not bad. Impressing me so far. Minus the bog. Okay, kitty cat. Cannot afford to have you bogging on me. Don't you let me down here. It nicely and then it doesn't bog.
Fire of the year 2024.
Oh, it didn't go woof.
That's just excellent.
Throw more gas on it. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, guys, what an insane day one it's been. It feels like it's mid-season. Got a fair amount of time on the 858. Ben and I have been hopping kind of back and forth. So stay tuned. At the end of this video, we're going to do a little bit of a debrief, but we're going to go ahead and wait until we're back in the heated shop for that. We'll give our opinions on both sleds and might honestly surprise you. But for now, we are just absolutely loving it. The snow's incredible. We've got the fire going, smokies on. It is so good to be back, boys.
858 does it. Awesome.
Guys, we've made it back to the shop, and all I can say is what an insane first day of the season, completely made up for the lack of snow last season. So we're back and we're going to debrief the comparison of these two sleds. And first off, just want to give another huge thank you to the guys, Scott, Matt, and Doug over at Mountain Toys. They set us up with this 9R, met them last night, and we were riding this the next day in the mountain. And just so phenomenal. This would not be possible without them. So just another enormous thank you. Now, while on the 9R, I absolutely loved it. I have my 850, I've got my boost. Never rode 9R before, and it's exactly what everybody says about them. Just an absolute torque monster. Such a perfect tree machine, which is where I do most of my riding. So I loved it. Combination with the 165 length and the 3 1/4 track was incredible. So much traction. And what'd you think about the 858?
Compared to the demo ride last year, I think they did some pretty good improvements on the fuel map. Clutching was a bit better. I really was impressed with their new shocks. And as always, the 165 Power Claw is just so much traction. But overall, it was pretty good. There were some issues with bogging. We've seen a few videos now.
Yep.
That just out of the blue will fall on its face.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's over revving or if it's just still because it's in break-in mode. But we'll see how it goes on the second ride.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. When it's working, it works really well. And the top end is very, very comparable with the 9R.
Yeah.
When you got it wound out, it was awesome. But the bottom end definitely cannot compare to the 9R. This is so aggressive and gets into those RPMs almost instantly.
Yeah.
Slight delay on this one, but once you're there, it works really well.
Yeah.
But as you guys seen in the videos, it tends to bog at some very inopportune times.
Yeah.
So it's just a little less refined, a little more raw, I would say, than the 9R, but it impressed me.
Yeah.
When it was working, it worked extremely well. And I was impressed with how it handled, actually. I've never spent any time on the monorail. I had the impression it was going to be very squirrely, but actually it handled really well. I could jump back and forth, no problem. Honestly, both awesome machines, slightly different. So now the next step is to put Ben's clutching in both of them and compare them then. This one has a lot of opportunity. The top end is really awesome, so if that bottom end gets picked up, it'll be super impressive. And if we're able, well, we know we can pick up some top end on this one. Ben's got some clutching already for the 9R. It's true, tried, tested. I haven't rode it myself, so I'm really pumped to see the difference. Really curious to see just how much we can make up with this one.
Yeah, well, we got a multi-angle helix in there instead of the straight 48 and have a pretty good baseline of where we need to be based off of clutching the 800 C-Tech.
So that'll be the next stage. Going to put the clutching in tonight, hit the mountain again tomorrow, and see how they perform. So stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss that one. We'll catch you in the next one.